We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And it's that time again for On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie K from the MTA Special Holiday Edition, July 4th.
Can you believe it's the 4th of July already?
Yeah, I know. This year's half gone already.
I know. And then it's going to be, Labor Day? Then it's going back to school. And, summer's going to be over. I know. Yeah, I'm not rushing us.
Last time we were talking about how cold it was, and you didn't like the snow, and you were waiting for the warm weather.
I love it now.
And now all of a sudden, it's the middle of summer.
I know. Well, it's been so hot. I mean, it's been so incredibly hot. And you know what? Don't curse yourself, because I had said, can you imagine not having air conditioning in this heat? Oh. And then my brother called and said, we lost our air conditioner last night. Do you know if anybody could help us with that? It's like, oh, we're so sorry. I hope I didn't curse you.
So why is it that air conditioners always go out on the weekends at night?
Right, when it's going to be more expensive.
It's like Saturday and early Sunday morning, and they go out.
You're right. Well, one thing that I've learned is you can put some ice in front of your fan, and that really does help to cool you off when that's happening. So
we'll have to try that.
Yeah, when you're in need, Yeah,
exactly, especially when it's hot out.
Yeah, oh yes. Ugh. I know. Well, it's definitely hot out. And now, of course, with the 4th of July, you're going to have a lot of dry grass. You're going to have some maybe eaves troughs that have the dry leaves up in there. So if you're shooting off fireworks, do be careful and be considerate, because it could light up any of those leaves in the eaves trough, and that's going to put the whole house on fire.
Yeah, do it in an open space.
Yeah.
Not around other houses or people. Don't shoot bottle rockets at kids.
No.
Not a good idea.
No.
We used to do that as kids. We were crazy.
Oh, yeah,
my brothers and I, we used to take bottle rockets and shoot them down the road, see if we could hit each other.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
We were nuts.
You lived to tell about it.
And I'm still alive. Yeah.
And your parents had no idea, did they?
Oh, no, they knew.
Okay, now for your own safety, so you don't get sued, you tell kids, don't do this at home. Don't try this at home.
Yes, kids, don't try this at home.
We are not recommending it. We're telling you it's a bad thing. Don't do it. Well, yeah, last month was Safety Awareness Month here at MTA.
Yep.
And we covered so many different areas. I mean, there was week 1, which was distracted driving. Week 2, impaired driving and wellness awareness. Week 3 was workplace and environmental safety. And week 4 was emergency preparedness and response awareness.
Yep.
Well, that's all going to take place again. Every month that should be aware. But July is going to be even a little bit more because of the fireworks.
Yep.
And that's, like you said, the bottle rockets. And
be very careful.
Yes.
And another thing that happened, we were living in Florida, people were shooting their guns off in the air.
Oh, yes, I've heard that too.
Yeah. So if you're going to, please don't do that, first of all. But if you are going to do that, don't use any live ammo. Use blanks or something. But
well, you said, they shoot up in the air thinking that's safe, but that bullet has to come down somewhere.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It could come down on them.
Yep.
Or their child or their dog.
It's crazy. Yeah, I think there's city ordinances, and it may even be against the law here in Michigan. But
try to catch them. That's the thing.
Right.
When I was doing the morning show, it's like, okay, guys, I know you love the fireworks, but please be considerate and quit doing them after midnight, because I'd be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So it was just ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom.
Especially if you have pets.
Oh, they get so nervous.
They get nervous, and they're very sensitive. They're hearing.
Yes. Oh, I had a big dog. It was a golden retriever, and he would get so nervous he would just shake. And so I took him to the vet, and we had some like tranquilizer pills for him. But then I felt horrible because he was out of it. He was laying there, barely panting and looking at me like, help. I thought, oh my gosh. So
I know.
Yes.
When you're living in a city or something and you've got everybody shooting off fireworks, it's really, really difficult. It's
go out in the boonies, right?
Yeah, let's go out in the country, but even then, you got, there's fireworks everywhere.
I know. Well, not only dogs, but veterans, they can have that post-traumatic
PTSD.
Yes.
Yep.
So that is very hard on them. So please be considerate. Don't do it past midnight. Try to do it someplace away from other homes if you can. I know everyone wants to enjoy the 4th of July and shoot off fireworks, like you said, guns, but some people are sleeping. Some people need to get up early. So just be aware of that. Have fun, but be aware. And they say never make your own fireworks.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Did you do that as a kid?
Well, not really.
Well, I had a
dangerous.
neighbor. It is very dangerous. I had a neighbor who was shooting the fireworks for the kids, and he was doing it at a decent hour. The kids were all around enjoying it. I kind of kept my kids back away because I was afraid of it. But one didn't light, and so he went to relight it. And I thought, oh, be careful, be careful. And sure enough, as he went to relight it, it went off, and he lost about 3 of his fingers on his hand.
Ooh.
And the kids after that were like, okay, we're done. We don't do that so much.
Yeah.
And even my daughters, when they were younger, they were afraid of the sparklers because it would come back and burn you. And I'm so glad they didn't like them because they scared me too. And then I saw a video. I probably shouldn't share this with you. It's so disturbing. There was a video of a little girl, and she had sparklers, and she had a polyester dress on. So when the sparkler hit that, it ignited her dress, and her mother tried to take it off of her right away. but some of the skin was stuck to the dress, so it made it even worse. I know. So that's what I'm saying. I want you to have fun, but really it can be dangerous. So I'm not trying to take the fun away. I'm just trying to make people aware of, keep water near, keep a hose out so you can put those fireworks out with water. Right away.
And same thing with sparklers. Make sure the sparklers are out.
Right. And always, and like you were talking about a fire extinguisher, keep that handy. If you're going to be doing fireworks, there's fire. It's called fireworks. Yeah. So keep a fire extinguisher near you, or one of those little blankets that I said I'd bought last time, because that can smother a fire.
Those fire blankets, those things are pretty cool.
And you can put them over a person, that little girl, that she could put over her and put the fire out too. Yeah. It works pretty well. They're a little pricey, but they're worth it. They can buy the cheaper ones, but you might want to invest in a good one for sure. And glow sticks. If the kids want to have a fun time, give them some glow sticks.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those poppers. Have you seen those?
Yeah, you take them out and you whip them on the ground and they go pop.
Yeah, kids love those. If they can't, if they're too little to throw them down to pop them, step on them. They can still do that.
I don't know if they still make these little blacks. They call them black snakes. They're like, you light them out, and then they're like little ash snakes, and they spin around. Those are cool.
Those were very cool.
And smoke bombs. We love smoke bombs.
Oh yeah, but they make a lot of smoke.
And they're colored smoke bombs where they're yellow, orange, red, green.
Oh really?
Yep, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. And they say, please just resist the urge to take your dog with you to the fireworks displays. Like you said, they're nervous anyway, and they're going to be very frantic. So just be careful with all that.
Yep.
And definitely, what do you do for 4th of July, Jay? What are you going to do?
Well, sometimes we'll go to a local fireworks display, or like the city of Detroit already had theirs. Oh. And I don't know, does Flint have anything going on?
They did. They used to. But once again, when I was downtown, the kids were just little. I mean, they're much older with their own families now, but I had my little girl on my lap, the first little girl I had, and I kind of turned around to see her face, to see having fun. And as I went to put my head back up to sit up straight, I felt something go whoosh, past my ear and through my hair. It even pulled my hair. It was a bottle rocket, like you were talking about. Had I not turned my head at that point, I'd probably put my eye out. Or it would.
Wow.
Yeah, so I said, you ready to go?
That's how dangerous that stuff is.
Got the car and I left. Yeah, and I want people to enjoy the fireworks. I'm not trying to take away from that. I'm just saying be aware.
Yep.
Maybe not go into those crowded places, but give yourself a little time to remove yourself if there is a fire or accident of any kind. And just be careful, because you love your kids, you love your animals.
Yep.
You want to make sure they're protected.
And you love the forest and the grass and the fields. Don't put them on fire, because if you light them up over a dry area, that could be a real problem.
Well, yeah. Well, like we talked about too. I mean, everything's dry. The grass is dry. The eavesdrops. Before I moved in this house, I had a small little house, and there was neighbors were on top of each other, and the neighbors next door would do fireworks all day and night. I mean, prior to 4th of July, weeks after the 4th of July, there was no sleeping in that situation. And I had to get the hose out, because one of the sparklers or whatever they had, fireworks, did go into my eavesdrop. And it started a small little fire, but I thought that could take off. So I was trying to get the hose up there. And it's hard to get your hose up into your eavesdrop.
Yeah, I believe it. They got these fancy little curved hose extensions that you can use.
Oh, yeah,
now.
I've seen those.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Well, it was all about safety last month, and it's all about fun and 4th of July, but safety kind of comes into play with it. That's why we're covering all of this.
Yes, and if you need a ride, we got you covered.
MTA can take you to the fireworks or take you to the doctor if you've gotten hurt by the fireworks.
Yeah, that's true.
We just want to ensure your safety. And it said too, with the pets, you can get them microchipped or ID tags in case they are out and about and they get scared and they run off.
And and they do.
No, sure they will. And they said with your animals, make sure that you get all of their prescriptions filled before July. To make sure they have their tranquilizers. And if you do go away, like you said, you're going to go away for the 4th of July, where are your dogs going to be? Where are they going to be?
Yeah, where they're going to be with a good pet sitter or somebody that takes care of dogs professionally.
That's what they were talking about. Make sure that you do have a dog sitter that you can trust, and it's going to make sure they keep an eye on your puppy so it doesn't run away. Oh, well, good for you.
Take good care of your puppies.
Yes, and your kids, kitties. And yourselves.
And your hamsters and your squirrels and whatever else you can think of.
But
if you got a pet duck.
My neighbor did have one.
Really?
Yep, and she had a little pool outside for it. Yep, she loved that duck. That was her dog. Yep. That was so funny. Well, we want you to have a good 4th of July, because it is celebrating our freedom. The 4th of July is all about our freedom, which we really cherish, and we want to keep that.
Especially now.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. So happy 4th of July.
Well, happy 4th of July to one and all.
All right. Yes, for you too. Yes. But Jay has meant it to you, because thank you for all you do here.
Yep. Well, thank you.
You gave us the freedom of speech by doing our podcast.
That's right. And the freedom to push buttons.
Yeah, and you do it well. Thanks so much. Well, we'll see you then after the 4th of July next week.
Yep.
And if you want to be a guest on our podcast, Jay.
Just drop us an email at podcast@mtaflint.org.
Yes, and thanks for listening. Thanks for staying safe.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.